Breaking news. Chinese Coast Guard ships swarm a Philippine supply vessel near Ayungin Shoal, firing water cannons. A U.S. destroyer monitors the situation, while Manila files a diplomatic protest and vows to defend its sovereignty. These headlines are now a regular occurrence, flashing across screens in Manila, Washington, and Beijing. The West Philippine Sea has become a global flashpoint, its calm waters masking daily tension and danger. Filipino fishermen face intimidation, while world leaders obsess over the region's strategic importance. Here, China's ambitions collide with the Philippines' sovereign rights, and the U.S. watches closely. The sea lanes carry trillions in trade, but beneath the surface lies another treasure: energy resources that could reshape the Philippines' future. This is not just a territorial dispute, it's a high-stakes contest for energy, security, and influence. Every encounter between ships, every protest, and every patrol raises the stakes. For the Philippines, it's a fight for economic survival and national dignity. For China, it's about historical claims and regional dominance. For the U.S., it's a test of its commitment to allies and the international order. The risk of miscalculation is ever present. A routine mission can escalate in minutes. Filipino boats are blocked, survey ships harassed, and the threat of conflict looms. This is the new normal. Diplomacy backed by naval power, with the world watching anxiously. The fate of the region, and perhaps the global balance of power, is being decided in these contested waters. The Philippines stands at the center of a struggle that will define its future. The world holds its breath as tensions continue to boil over in the West Philippine Sea. At the heart of China's actions is the 9-dash line, a sweeping claim over nearly the entire South China Sea, including areas recognized as the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. An international tribunal invalidated this claim in 2016, but China rejected the ruling and doubled down on its aggressive tactics. Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels, often disguised as fishing boats, patrol the West Philippine Sea, intimidating Filipino fishermen and blocking access to traditional fishing grounds. Small wooden bangkas are no match for massive Chinese ships, which have rammed, blocked, and blasted them with water cannons. This is not random, it's a deliberate campaign to wear down Filipino resolve and choke off economic lifelines. Philippine survey vessels searching for oil and gas are shadowed and harassed, effectively blockaded from developing vital resources. China's message is clear: these resources belong to Beijing, and any attempt to claim them will be met with force. The psychological toll is immense, designed to make it too dangerous and costly for the Philippines to assert its rights. This gray zone warfare keeps the region on edge, changing the facts on the water day by day. China hopes Manila will eventually concede under relentless pressure. The result, a slow, grinding assertion of power, with the shadow of Chinese control growing ever larger. This is the reality facing the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea. In response to China's assertiveness, the United States has returned in force. U.S. Navy destroyers and carriers now conduct regular freedom of navigation operations, directly challenging China's claims. These patrols send a clear message: these are international waters, and the U.S. will operate wherever the law allows. The American presence provides a crucial security umbrella for the Philippines, deterring overt Chinese aggression. When a U.S. warship is nearby, Chinese vessels act with more restraint. Beyond patrols, the U.S. shares real-time intelligence with the Philippine military, helping track and document Chinese movements. Washington is also investing in modernizing the Philippine armed forces, providing new patrol vessels, aircraft, and coastal defense systems. Joint training and exercises have intensified, simulating real-world scenarios and building capacity for crisis response. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty has been reaffirmed. An armed attack on Philippine forces in the South China Sea will trigger U.S. commitments. This removes ambiguity and signals to Beijing that aggression carries profound risks. America's strategy combines visible military presence, intelligence sharing, capacity building, and ironclad treaty commitments. The partnership is more than symbolic, it's a real deterrent. The U.S. is making it clear: the Philippines is not alone. This alliance is a cornerstone of regional stability. The stakes are high, and the U.S. is standing firm. The world is watching how this partnership shapes the future of the West Philippine Sea. The message: unity and resolve in the face of growing threats. For the Philippines, the West Philippine Sea is about economic survival. The country relies heavily on imported fossil fuels, making it vulnerable to global price shocks. The Malampaya gas field has powered Luzon for decades, but its reserves are running dry. New sources of natural gas are urgently needed, and the most promising prospects lie in contested waters. A new gas field could replace Malampaya, stabilize electricity prices, fuel growth, and generate massive revenues. Achieving energy self-sufficiency is a strategic imperative, reducing vulnerability and empowering the nation. China's obstruction is costly. Every day survey and drilling are blocked. The energy crisis grows closer. The window to transition from Malampaya to new sources is closing fast. The resources in the West Philippine Sea are a lifeline for the Philippine economy. The struggle to access them is a fight for the nation's right to develop and prosper. The Philippines cannot afford to lose this battle for its future. A breakthrough survey teams have identified a major new natural gas field off Palawan, well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Dubbed the Palawan Prospect, this find could replace Malampaya's output and secure the country's energy future. Its location in uncontested waters makes it attractive for development and reduces geopolitical risk. The government has declared it a top priority, aiming to fast-track exploration and production. Developing this field would be a powerful symbol of Philippine resolve and a major economic victory. Revenues could fund infrastructure, education, and healthcare, transforming the nation's trajectory. Yet, regional tensions remain a concern. Security is essential for attracting investment. The U.S. partnership reassures investors that their assets will be protected. The Palawan Prospect is a test case, watched closely by allies and adversaries alike. Its success could redefine the Philippines' future. The stakes have never been higher. Developing offshore energy fields requires billions in investment and advanced technology. International energy companies need stability and security to commit to such projects. China's harassment and sweeping claims have created intense uncertainty, scaring off investors. Why risk billions if Chinese ships can block or sabotage your project? The result: the Philippines struggles to develop its own resources, denied the benefits of its natural wealth. The enhanced U.S. presence is changing the equation, providing a security umbrella that reassures investors. Regular U.S. patrols and joint exercises counterbalance Chinese intimidation. The Philippine government is reforming energy laws and offering better terms to attract investment. The message: the Philippines is open for business, and its rights will be defended. U.S. support builds investor confidence, leading to development and economic growth. Successful projects strengthen the economy and national defense. It's a virtuous cycle. Security enables investment, and investment empowers sovereignty. The interplay of military and economic realities is shaping the nation's future. The South China Sea holds an estimated 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. For perspective, that's enough gas to power the UK for over 60 years. The Philippines' share is concentrated in the Reed Bank, just 85 nautical miles off Palawan. Studies suggest Reed Bank alone could hold over 5 billion barrels of oil and 55 trillion cubic feet of gas. If developed, these resources could make the Philippines energy independent and even an exporter. The economic windfall would be measured in the hundreds of billions of dollars. China, the world's largest energy importer, is equally determined to secure these reserves for its own future. Control over these resources is a zero-sum game in Beijing's eyes. This competition for immense wealth and strategic power makes the situation volatile. For the Philippines, it's a chance at prosperity. For China, a matter of national security. The conflict is about more than pride. It's about tangible wealth and power. The prize is simply too big for either side to walk away. The U.S.-Philippine alliance has never been stronger. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows U.S. forces rotational access to key Philippine bases, enabling rapid response and joint training. EDCA sites are strategically located, facing both Taiwan and the West Philippine Sea. U.S. presence at these sites deters aggression and signals that the Philippines is not alone. Joint drills, like the annual Balikatan exercises, now simulate high-end conflict scenarios, including live fire drills in the South China Sea. The focus has shifted from counterterrorism to defending sovereign territory against external threats. Legal and diplomatic efforts reinforce the alliance, with both nations citing the 2016 Hague ruling as the legal basis for Philippine maritime rights. The U.S. is rallying support from Japan, Australia, and the EU, building a coalition for a free and open Indo-Pacific. This broad partnership aims to isolate China diplomatically and present a united front. The alliance is about more than military might. It's about upholding international law. Together, the US and Philippines are shaping the region's future. The stakes are global, and the partnership is evolving to meet the challenge. The world is watching this modern alliance in action. The West Philippine Sea conflict is about more than oil and gas. It's a battle for sovereignty and the rule of law. The Philippines is defending its right to exist as an independent nation, free from coercion by a larger neighbor. This principle resonates with smaller nations worldwide. Other regional claimants, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, face similar Chinese intimidation. Failing to uphold Philippine rights would set a dangerous precedent, undermining international law. The risk of wider conflict is real, with consequences that ripple far beyond Asia. The world must choose: will disputes be settled by law or by force? The US and its allies are betting on the rule of law, supporting the Philippines as a test case for global norms. The courage of Filipino fishermen and the resolve of their government are part of a larger struggle. This is a fight for justice, sovereignty, and a world governed by rules, not by might.